voiceover winter. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Going to be showing you my bullet journal setup for 2020. First things first, this is the Leuchtturm 1917. I have no idea what size, but it's the standard size in the dotted paper. I will link it below or whatever. Materials I'm going to be using. First thing, definitely a mechanical pencil. I make a lot of mistakes, so there's that. Next, a pen and a white Jelly Roll pen. Some Faber-Castells, mainly for the fine tip. Lots of Tombows. These are like the gray shades. Washi tape. That black washi tape, you are gonna see a lot. As well as these black sticky notes. And then just some random like quotes and papers and stuff. Ruler, obviously, and coffee, because it's coffee. Alright, so getting right into it. Gonna be opening up my journal. This is the first time I'm ever doing a voiceover, so I don't know what to say. But yeah, first things first, I'm gonna be doing my key. Gonna be writing it on black sticky notes. I've never written a key before, but I really want to stay uniform this year, so I'm just giving myself a little key to remember the symbols that I use, and I pretty much use these already for my 2019 bullet journal. So just gonna be gluing with that fancy glue tape right on the inside cover, just so it's always there, always accessible. Then I'm gonna fancy it up with a little bit of washi tape. Now, this was pretty ambitious of me, but I decided to use this tape with a black pen, which didn't work. So, yeah, just gonna be putting black washi tape right over that. You'll see that's my fix for everything. And then I'm just gonna take my Jelly Roll and just write a little key on there. Be taking my Tombow and highlighting the English part in this journal, just because I thought that was funny. And then just gonna be writing my information right on the inside there. And a little incentive. Next, I'm gonna be passing the index. So first thing is first is my 2020 title page. Now this quote that I'm using is actually, funnily enough, the same exact quote that I used for my 2019 setup. And it's kind of ironic because it's about, you know, getting out of the limits of your comfort zone. But I really like the quote, so I'm going to use it again. And then black washi tape. Yeah, just getting those straight edges, I guess. And then a little just title, this is 2020. Just gonna fancy it up with a little bit of dot action, I guess, with the white Jelly Roll. And just gonna be doing a little bit of symbols with the blunt end of a Tombow. It's like a really, really dark gray. It's not exactly black, but I used it a couple times throughout the spread. So next, we are getting into my year at a glance. Now, I like to do the whole 4-page spread vertical setup. This has always worked really well for me. This is even how I do my weekly setups in like vertical, just because I like everything to be laid out up and down. I don't know, I've tried horizontal a couple times, but it just doesn't flow right for me. Just taking a really dark gray with the Tombow and doing my weeks. I don't think I subject you to the whole thing, but this is just kind of like the first month how I do it. Yeah, I just fast forwarded. So, yep. So I just did the full year, and then we'll flip back and I'll do everything else. So, black washi tape, get used to it. Just gonna be using this to title each month. Now, I get it, like it's really like black and white so far, but throughout the year I do use a lot of color, you know, like I like the beginning pages to be kind of minimal and stark, but then throughout the year like I'll have like color schemes, and I do a lot of like journal-y spreads where I just, you know, use a bunch of pictures. Yep, just using that Jelly Roll again to write on the months. I really like this Jelly Roll on the black washi tape, which I got from like a Staples, but you can get it like online or whatever. Because if you make a mistake, you can just wipe it straight off. like before it dries, because it takes a couple minutes to dry. Now I'm just creating little dividers. I like to stack these so they're not completely uniform, so I have some room at the bottom for like important, like, I don't know, like notes and stuff, things that I need to get done that don't have a certain date sometimes. Going in with that dark gray again, just making up a little dots, and then I'm gonna flip over and do the same thing on the other side. So just kind of haphazard. I know it's like kind of ironic to say haphazard while I'm using a ruler to make these lines, but not going for any particular length or anything. And then what I'm doing this year is I'm keeping track of the full moons, just because I think it's really interesting, and I kind of have like a star theme going on. So basically I take a Tombow and I am coloring in the date of the full moon in that specific color, and then right below it I'll be writing the dates, and each sort of event, I guess, or like group of events is gonna have a different color. So I have a color for the full moon, and then I'll have a color that I use to highlight birthdays and doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So down below I'm gonna be writing a little key. So the next spread is, I have no idea. What is the next spread? Oh, my goals. Oh God, I really should have this book out in front of me while I'm doing this, but I'm too lazy. It's across the room. So, yep, messed up there. That's fine. I went to put it down and it's all crooked, but that's okay. I'm not a perfectionist. Well, I am, but in this sense, like, I give myself a little bit of leeway, because, I mean, it's a journal, it's a planner after all, you can calm down. But yeah, I have this cute quote from Albus Dumbledore. I am a big Harry Potter nerd, and it's just getting worse throughout the years, so. But yeah, just gonna decorate this little guy with stars, and yeah, just like fun constellation-y type stuff. So on the opposite side, I'll be writing down my goals and resolutions. I left space for 10, but right now I only have 8. And these are just simple things. Yeah, so you can see I just erased it because I messed up the U there. I'm not gonna like fill it in now for you guys. I go back and do it later. But yeah, some things are easy, like you know, I want to get into like yoga, and other things are more difficult, like I want to completely finish and publish my book, or you know, some things are like completely, in my eyes right now, unattainable, and then other things are like completely doable. So I think it's nice to have a great, you know, mix of things. Next, ooh, I love this spread. Okay, I do this every single year. I bet this is my 3rd year bullet journaling, and I have yet to completely fill this out, but I'm trying. Okay, so this is my 50 books of 2020. Every year I challenge myself to read 50 books, and I don't have like specific, like, oh, it has to be like a new book that I've never read before. Like, I'm not like that intense about it, but I just like to read, and I like to give myself goals for reading. On each side I'll have the title and the author, and then the date that I read it and completed the book. So I'll just number that down. The first page on the left, I think I'm only doing I think it's only 1 through 30, and then the second page I jump to 30 to 50. And yeah, I'm using also these Stablio fine liners, which I didn't introduce in the beginning because I wasn't sure if I was going to use them. Yeah, I'm using my extra small Faber-Castell fine liner for this guy, because I like how they don't smudge like regular pens and stuff do. They just dry a lot quicker. Next I'm going in with that Elmer's glue tape, and I have a cute quote from Benjamin Franklin down there. I actually have this quote on a pencil case, but I really like it. It's either write something worth reading or do something worth writing, and just very fitting. So yeah, just decorating it with a little bit of stars, and that's my 50 books. Now I am getting into my more school related setup. So I am going back to school, and I've been looking at like school planners and stuff like that, and I find it really I guess helpful, and I think it's going to be beneficial to keep track of all my classes and like teacher's email and their room number and, you know, dates and times and stuff, just because I constantly, like when I went to school before, I would constantly look up this stuff like every single morning, like on my phone, doing a little bit of washi tape. And then the black little squares that you see, it's at the end of the semester, I'm going to be putting my final grades in those. So first I'm starting off with my schedule. I don't actually have my schedule yet, so this is going to be blank. And also I don't know spacing apparently because I messed that up. But yeah, I'm just blocking out this Monday through Friday. I don't even know when my classes are going to be, so this is probably, some of this isn't even going to get filled out. But I thought this was really helpful to kind of block out my days and see visually like how much time like my classes will take up, and I might even use this for studying. I don't know. Up at the top, number the weekdays, and on the left, numbering 7 a.m. to, what is that, 8 p.m. Again, I doubt I'm going to be using all those times because I am not trying to invest in an 8 a.m. class. Yeah, and then right below it, I'm making a little box for the fall semester. Just notes to myself, I guess, you know, classes and stuff like that. So I left space for 5 different class sort of schedules. So just writing my professor, their room number, their phone, their email, if they have a TA, their office hours, you know, the course number. So it's all together. And then last but not least, I'm going to be doing a little marker, not really test, but more like samples at the back. So first I have my Stablios, and then on the right I'm going to be doing my Tombos, and just washi taping this out to get it straight. And yeah, now I'm just writing every single color code, I guess they're called, and then I'll be swatching them right across like so. Just so for quick reference, you know, if I'm looking for a specific color to go with something, I can just flip here, look at the color, find it, and then find it in my drawer. Oh, this is satisfying. You're welcome. Now, gonna be doing the same thing for the Tombos. I'm not very good with coloring with Tombos yet. They're still relatively new. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun so far. Here we go, for those of you who missed it. So yeah, that was it. This is my final flip through of the entire setup. I know this is a little bit of a different video, but I'm getting really into it, and yeah, I just like to stay organized, and I want to try new things this year. I love that quote. Oh God. My year at a glance. I already started filling in some of it. And then my goals and resolutions. My 50 books this year. I'm gonna fill this up. I'm gonna try my darndest to do 50 books. And then I really liked how the school spread came. Like, it'll be nice to have everything all together. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this wasn't too boring. These will be like regular videos, I guess, in the future if anybody's interested, or if I just feel like doing it. So all of the links to my stuff will be down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great New Year's and so on and so forth. So I will see you guys later. Bye.